I floored it to nearly 20 miles per hour, but still couldn't catch up with this kid skipping class. Later, I checked his past PE records and discovered that Wallace's speed ranked in the state's top 10. I immediately went to the principal to propose forming a cross-country team to compete in this year's state championships. But the principal told me this was McFarland, the poorest place in America, and these kids' futures were either working the fields or ending up in the prison across from the school. I decided to fund the team myself. While helping the students deal with their school punishments, I found a way to get them to join the cross-country team. During our first practice, Danny was mocked by his teammates because of his physical condition, but I told everyone he was the backbone of the team. From that day on, we started running for real. I hit the road with him, always falling behind halfway through, while the kids pushed through to the finish every single time. Even Danny, the slowest one, never gave up. Seeing them in their worn-out shoes, I bought them brand new shoes and uniforms. Soon, they faced their first race. The kids had never run uphill before and ended up dead last. After that, I took them to train on hills covered in almond shells, treating that as our mountain, grinding out their endurance over and over. At night, I went home to study everything about cross-country running, teaching myself techniques through videotapes. They gradually mastered the rhythm for different terrains. In a race against another high school, Wallace followed the strategy I taught him, sprinting hard in the final 800 meters, and took first place. Danny also crossed the finish line tied with his opponent. They won their first victory by just 1 point. However, the kids' parents thought cross-country was pointless. They believed training was just a waste of time that interfered with farm work and demanded their children quit. I jumped right into the farm truck with them and worked alongside them until I collapsed from exhaustion in the fields. My persistence moved the parents. They agreed to let their kids continue training after finishing their farm work. Soon after, the state championship preliminaries arrived. Only the top 4 teams would make it to finals. The kids saw real mountains for the first time, feeling both amazed and nervous. During the race, Wallace stayed at the front of the pack the whole time, but stumbled and fell just before the finish line, taking second place. But thanks to the whole team's effort, they still qualified in 4th place. On the way back, I took them to see the ocean, their first time seeing the sea. The parents pooled their money to buy the kids brand new uniforms. Everyone came to cheer them on at the finals. When the race began, Wallace easily outpaced everyone else, crossing the finish line first. But one teammate got nervous and completely fell apart, dropping to dead last. I waited anxiously at the finish line. That's when an unexpected figure emerged from the crowd. It turned out Danny had noticed his struggling teammate mid-race and immediately picked up the pace, unleashing all his potential in that final sprint. The kids finally won the championship. I hugged them all together. It was this very race that allowed these kids, once seen as only good for farm work, to eventually make it to college.